Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in...
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes and William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin.com, the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. It's Cooper out of Northern Kentucky taking on Rock River from North Carolina. And Rocky River, they come in with a very good basketball team led by Jaden Springer and Jordan Campbell. They already took unofficial visits, or I guess they were official, to the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, I heard about that yesterday. They also played a game here in the semifinals against Lexington Catholic, beat them. But Rocky River out of North Carolina, Mint Hill, North Carolina, brings a lot of talent into this game.
Tell us about some of the other players that have played at Rocky River, North Carolina.
Yeah, they have, like you just said, Jaden Springer, top 10 overall prospect in the 2020 class. He's the #2 shooting guard and the #1 player in the state of North Carolina. He is just a sophomore, and if you look at him, he doesn't look like just a sophomore. He looks like a college player. He looks like he would be on the University of Kentucky's basketball team, and you see the Rocky River team coming out right now. They also have Jordan Campbell, who we just said took another unofficial visit with Springer. to the University of Kentucky. They also have their point guard, Elijah Sidbury, number 1. You'll see him flying around the court a lot today. He can get up to the rim with a lot of the big fellas.
And Cooper High School, they come in with a Mr. Basketball candidate, and Adam Kunkel, a 6'3" senior. What can you tell us about Mr. Kunkel?
Yeah, you see Adam Kunkel out here warming up on the court. Obviously, the team just went into the locker room right now, but when the game starts, you take a look at him. He's just a 6'2" skinny kid, but when he gets that basketball, he can do so many things that you would not expect. He could fly through the air, dunk on top of people. He averages almost 8 rebounds a game, 23 points a game, shoots over 50% from the field, and shoots 49% from 3. He is an unreal player, and he is definitely a top contender for Mr. Basketball this year.
You know Adam Kunkel, too. He's got Tyler Ollier with him and Braxton Runyon. Chris McNeil, I think, is a young man for this Cooper team that kind of helps out, too. He helps Adam Kunkel a lot. So it's not just the Adam Kunkel show.
Exactly. This is a team basketball, right? A team that plays team basketball right here. Like you just said, McNeil, he's just another short guard, too, that they have, but he can do whatever he wants as well, getting into the basket and finishing.
And Blaine Walters is a 6'5" senior. He is a muscle guy down there for Cooper, and he makes things very aggressive for Cooper High School. It is Cooper and Rocky River, North Carolina. Tell us about some of the famous alum that have played at Rocky River. We had a few of them, didn't we?
That was for you're getting confused with the Skills Factory.
Yeah, I know the Skills Factory had some, but I thought we had some from Rocky River as well.
I don't think so.
Okay, we don't have any. I gotcha. So it's Rocky River. They don't have any alumni against Cooper High School from Northern Kentucky. Cooper comes in one of the favorites to get back to the state tournament out of the 9th region, along with Covington Catholic. And Covington Catholic, a team that has C.J. Frederick, a Mr. Basketball candidate, and Ruth Satz, who's a good player, and they have a big Jake Walter kid, a 7-footer up there at Covington Catholic. So Covington Catholic will be, I think, Cooper's toughest opponent this year.
Yeah, and I believe Cooper already took down Cath earlier in the year, and they'll play again coming up in the next 2 months where district play starts to be a factor.
Rocky River and Cooper here in the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic, and we will step out and come back with more pregame and the starting lineups and the tip here of Cooper, Rocky River, North Carolina, championship game.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
Welcome back here to Lexington Catholic High School, the site of the finals of the Traditional Bank Classic. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes, my color analyst, and William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin. It's Cooper out of Northern Kentucky, the 9th region, against Rocky River, North Carolina. They're 9-2 coming in. Cooper 11-2. They played in the King of the Bluegrass and they played well. I know that it was a Fern Creek team that won that King of the Bluegrass, but Cooper did fare pretty well in that tournament.
They played a tough game with Trinity where they lost by, I believe, 9 or 10, but going up against one of the top teams in the state, both of them being top teams in the state, Cooper giving them a nice game.
Fern Creek got revenge on Trinity. Trinity defeated them earlier in the year than the King of the Bluegrass. Fern Creek got them in the championship game. So we're here at the championship of the Traditional Bank Classic. This is one of the premier tournaments in the state of Kentucky. Lexington Catholic just lost the consolation game, and they lost really double figures. They lost in big fashion.
Yeah, it was tied up or close and towards the end of the first quarter, and they just kind of lost it from there. Didn't seem like they wanted it.
Skills Factory won that ball game, so they advance on, and we would like to remind you this is the championship game. We're just moments away from the public address announcer here at the Traditional Bank Classic, who is Mr. Greg Martin. He does all the PA here for the Traditional Bank Classic for the championship game and did the consolation game as well. Here we're going to take a look at Cooper High School out of Northern Kentucky. Adam Kunkel is one of their star players. Chris McNeil's the other star player. Rocky River led by Jaden Springer and Jordan Campbell. Jaden Springer is a young sophomore, 6'4". And what's his totals on this year?
Didn't have any official stats on Rocky River, but he dropped 23 last night against Lexington Catholic, and he looked impressive from all aspects.
So we're going to have the starting lineups announced here by Greg Martin. And Jaden Springer, 6'4" sophomore, will give you the starting lineups here. First for Jaguars of Cooper High School. Mint Hill, North Carolina. I like that name, Mint Hill. So they are going to be the white team and the home team on the scoreboard here. Starting lineups. Cooper High School. And Adam Kunkel, 6'3" senior. Tyler Allier will start. Braden Runyon, 6'3" sophomore. Chris McNeil, he's got the full beard working. I don't know if it's a full beard, but it's a beard. And Blaine Walters will be your other starter, 6'5" senior. Those are your starters for Cooper. Kunkel, Allier, Runyon, McNeil, and Walters for Cooper High School. For Rock River, North Carolina, 9-2 record coming in. Number 1 is Elijah Sidbury, 5'10" senior. Jordan Campbell, 6'1" senior. Darlington Dubar is a 6'5" junior. And Jaden Springer, the UK recruit, he's a good one. And the final starter will be Marcus Evans, 6'3" senior. So those are your starters. It'll be Springer, DeBar, Evans, Sidbury, Campbell. For Rock River, again, Kunkel, Allier, Runyon, McNeil, Walters. For Cooper. Cooper in the maroon, Rock River in the white uniforms. Rock River out of North Carolina. Jumping it up, it will be Darlington Dubar, and it'll be a pair of number 5s jumping it up. Number 5, Adam Kunkel will jump it up for Cooper. Tampa's up, and it's controlled by Evans. Evans gives over to Sidbury. Swing it around the perimeter, and now Sidbury says, let's run the offense. Gives it up over to Campbell. Campbell, a good passer.
I don't know if you noticed, but Kunkel, the 6'2" guard, was doing the tip-off there.
Yeah, he was jumping center. He does it all. Sidbury looking out top as Rocky River being very deliberate here. That's DeBar. And to the basket with the left hand, laid up and in by Sidbury.
There's Sidbury getting inside, finishing up at the rim. He's really good at finishing with the basketball.
McNeil has it in backcourt. It's stolen by Sidbury. Good no-look pass and laid up and in by Dubar.
What a pass from Sidbury, the no-looker.
No-look pass. McNeil, the boy that's full court press, already giving fits to Cooper High School. And there's another steal. Stolen away by Springer. And that's going to be a player control, and that's going to be a charge. 4-0 early on. Rocky River leading Cooper. Cooper having trouble with this press so far.
That was a nice charge from McNeil, but before that, with the inbounds, he just kind of stood there, didn't even move. No one came to help. They're struggling with the press here early on.
Kunkel, long pass, throws it over the head of Runyon. 4-0, and I'm not sure Cooper's even got down on this end of the court.
It almost seems like Cooper wasn't ready for this full court press that Rocky River's bringing.
Across the line is Sidbury. Give it to Springer. Campbell back to Sidbury. Sidbury working on McNeil. Gets a pick out top. And here's a three-pointer, no good. Battle for it. Kunkel's got it. Leads it out now to his teammate, overshoots him, and Walters chases it down. Walters to McNeil. Back now it comes. Over goes in the three-pointer. Knocked down by Walters. Walters showing that three-point range, 4-3. Rocky River on top.
40% three-point shooter. There's a steal.
Sidbury lost the handle on it and just gave it to Allier. Here comes Cooper. McNeil over to Kunkel. Back they swing it to McNeil. Over to Allier. Left side free throw line extended. Zone defense here being employed by Rocky River. McNeil is going to just hold the ball down, being patient. Over to Allier. Trying to go to Kunkel. They go in the middle now to Runyon. Runyon over to Kunkel. Adam lets it fly. Back of the rim, no, and rebounded by Sidbury. Sidbury wanting to push. Sidbury down the lane, kicks it in the corner, knocked away by Kunkel. Well, Kunkel fast, quick hands there. 4-3. That's Marcus Evans. Back he goes to Sidbury from Jordan Campbell. They give it to Springer. 4-3. Springer working out there on Runyon. Now they give it back to Springer. Springer penetrates left baseline. Little fade away, puts it in. He's fouled. The basket will count for Jaden Springer.
Jaden Springer
Tough
showing the
shot.
strength.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, Jack. He had to power that in over with somebody hanging all over his arms there in the corner.
Looked like a Dwayne Wade turnaround jump shot.
6-3. Springer gives the lead and now adds to it. 7-3 on a three-point play by Jaden Springer. And Rocky River, North Carolina leads 7-3 over this good Cooper team. Runyon in the middle, ball tap. Runyon tips it back to Kunkel. Kunkel across the line. Kunkel right side, stops and pops from 17, got it. Man, that was a good-looking shot.
Yeah, Kunkel showing some of those ball handling skills, weaving through defenders. And then I like that two-footed kickback on his jump shot.
Springer. Over he comes to Lamont Campbell. Jordan Campbell, and Campbell to the lane, and shot won't go, and good rebound by Kunkel. Kunkel coming out of there with it. Crossing over, stopping from the free throw line, boom. Wow.
Kunkel, 2 quick shots.
7-all on the Kunkel jumper. Goodness, looked good on that one. Elijah Sidbury trying to go over to Campbell. Campbell into the lane, throws it up, and it rolls in there. Well, Campbell, that was a tough shot for Jordan.
Another guy for Rocky River that can just do everything.
Kunkel almost has it knocked away from him. And it's the officials right there. They're going to give it to Rocky River. As that was Jordan Campbell who stealing the ball away from in for Rocky River. Khalil Brantley in there.
Cooper might have to come up with a different press breaker. They're really struggling early on.
Springer gives it up over, and there's good hustle there by Runyon, Braxton Runyon.
Yeah, not sure if we mentioned Braden Runyon in the pregame, but he's another guy for Cooper that can do a lot of things for the team. Just under 40% from 3 and averages about 10 points per game.
Adam Kunkel's the son of Jeff Kunkel. Here's a tip and rebounded. Here comes Adam Kunkel. Kunkel stops on the right side and out top McNeil in the corner. Here's the three-pointer, and that's going to be in and out there as it's shot by Walters. Long pass, Springer to the basket. That's no good, and rebounded by Walters.
Springer was looking for a foul, didn't get one.
9-7. Cooper can tie or take the lead with a 3. Allier over to Kunkel, lets it rip, good. That's 7 by Adam Kunkel. The lead is 10-9, Cooper.
Adam Kunkel showing you why he's a Mr. Basketball candidate early on.
He's got all the skills, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to see if we'll get some one-on-one matchups with Kunkel and Springer.
Marcus Evans gives it back to Campbell. Campbell in the corner. Back out to Springer. Springer. Down low, here's a touch pass and put up and in. And that's nicely done there by Dubar. That's his second basket.
Did you see that Brantley pass? Grabbed it with one hand midair, then tossed it to a teammate for the assist.
And there's out of bounds is going to be called, and it's going to be Cooper basketball as Marcus Evans came in bounds. But it's 11-10 here in the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. It's Cooper and Rocky River, North Carolina, 11-10. McNeil trying to get it in. He does now to Runyon. Swing it back to Kunkel. Here's an NBA 3 off the front of the iron and tapped around, and good hustle there by Runyon. Back in the corner, McNeil lets a 3 rip, and he got it! Chris McNeil.
Here comes Cooper. They're catching fire.
13-11, they lead it. Minute 12 in the first on the Chris McNeil three-pointer. Shot off the rim there, turned in by Campbell. Then he gets real aggressive. And let's see what they call here.
Call the blocking foul.
On Campbell. I thought they might call that on Kunkel. Kunkel was looking like, okay, did I foul or what happened here?
Looked like Campbell got in front of Kunkel too early where he couldn't take 2 steps.
13-11. Chris McNeil shoots 60% from 3.
Yeah, and it's not just McNeil that shoots outstanding from 3. It's almost everybody on Cooper.
Blaine Walters shoots it well. Kunkel shoots it.
Walters is a 40% guy. Noah Schindler, 43.8%, and Kunkel,
fade away, and it rolls in there. Adam Kunkel, boy, he got the nice, kind roll. 15-11, biggest lead for Cooper. 38 seconds here in the first. Jumper, and that's off the rim and rebounded. I think that was a little bit too quick of a shot there by Brantley.
Cooper might want to take the last shot here. Here's Springer on Kunkel.
23 seconds here, 15-11, Cooper on top. Cooper leading Jaden Springer and this Rocky River, North Carolina team in there. Look like they're going to take the last shot here in the second quarter. McNeil, good wraparound dribble. Kunkel, a three-pointer, and it's off the rim, tapped around, 2 seconds, and Springer's going to throw it from three-quarter court, off the mark. Good first quarter of basketball here. Cooper leads Rocky River 15-11, and Adam Kunkel has half the Cooper points. We'll be back here on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Welcome back to second quarter action, and Michael Spencer has checked in for Cooper High School, and also Tyler Houston's in there. That's Kunkel with it, hands it back to McNeil. McNeil works out front on Perry, who just checked in. Here's a jumper off the glass, and it's good.
Noah Schindler, the bank is open.
Scheidler, I believe his name is, Noah Scheidler. 17-11. Three-pointer, and that's good by Sidbury. That's a three, and it's 17-14. Well, that was a big three there, Jack, for Rocky River.
Sidbury stepping into it, knocking it down, not afraid of hands in his face.
Spencer sets a pick for Kunkel to the basket. Left hand, no. Tapped around. Spencer's got it. He powers it up, no. And rebounded. And coming down with it there was Perry.
Nice
Ball
defense
stolen.
from McNeil.
Yep. Scheidler comes down with it, and
technical foul given. We'll see who it's on. I believe Sidbury.
Yep, went on Elijah Sidbury, got the technical foul.
Kunkel will take the technical free throws.
And he is an outstanding free throw shooter.
79% on the season.
He has double figures already. 10 points, 6:47 to play. He has 10 of the 18 Cooper points.
Unbelievable.
Kunkel trying to make it 11, trying to make it 19 for Cooper, and he does.
Obviously hasn't had any PrepSpin coverage this year, but I mean, showing all the audience out there that he's a true Mr. Basketball candidate.
He's got to be considered. No doubt about it. There's a lot of good players in this state, and Adam Kunkel is one of them. Kunkel handles the ball, working there on Springer. Crossing over, in trouble, and fouled there by Springer, and took a shot on the nose.
Springer standing over him. Surprised that wasn't a technical.
The official backed him off, and Kunkel is shaken up a little bit. He took a shot to the nose. Here comes the trainer for Lexington Catholic out there, Barb, and
there's some blood. Yeah, looked like a shot to the nose.
6:36 to go, 19-14. Cooper has the lead. We're going to step out here with this injured player. 19-14, the lead for Cooper. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard Game of the
RPRORTS. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Welcome back here to the Traditional Bank Classic Championship game. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes, and we had an injured player, Kunkel. He's going to the bench. They're going to try to stop that bleeding on that nose, and they'll get that bleeding stopped and try to get him back in the ball game.
Yeah, I really hope he can get back in this game. He's been electrifying here in the first half.
11 points. He has 11 of the 19, and Rocky River, this will be a different team without Kunkel.
We'll see if he can pull a Steve Nash and come back to play with that face injury.
Houston in there, Spencer, Chris McNeil, Runyon, and Noah Scheidler, excuse me. So Houston has it, gives it to McNeil. McNeil across the line. Over to Houston. There's a move to the basket and foul called, and on the move. That's a nice move there by Tyler Houston.
It was. They're going to call this one on the ground. They'll inbound it under the hoop. Getting chippy down here. A technical foul. Saw it. Number 15 for Rocky River. Had some words for
Brantley,
Cooper player.
Khalil Brantley. And it's the little guys for Rocky River that are the most vocal.
It is.
The other technical was called on Elijah Sidbury. He's only about 5'9". Chris McNeil at the line, and he knocks down the free throw. McNeil, that's 4 points for Chris.
McNeil averaging 94% from the free throw stripe this year. Almost perfect, knocks down a pair.
Chris McNeil has 5 points in this game, has a 3 with that. It's 21-14, so your star player, Adam Kunkel, goes out, and you add to your lead.
Yeah, Rocky River shooting themselves in the foot with those technical fouls. The Lexington Catholic trainer Barb Winters trying to fix up Kunkel at the end of their bench.
McNeil will work it very slowly, methodically across the line, and angle right. In the corner he goes there to Scheidler. Give it up to McNeil. McNeil to the basket. He's tripped, and there's a foul going to be called. And that foul's going to be called on Sidbury.
Sidbury not happy about that, but he clearly tripped McNeil, so not sure why he was so upset about that.
That's 2 fouls on Sidbury already. 21-14 Cooper. At the line for the bonus will be the 94% free throw shooter you were just talking about, Jack.
Yeah, McNeil back to the line.
And he missed a free throw, so wow. He was two for 2 in the game before that free throw, and 21-14.
Gotta be the free throw jinx.
Sidbury gives it to Jaden Springer. Springer has 3 points, has a 3-point play. Top of the circle, backs up, and back of the rim, no. Ball picked up, passed down, and a dunk for, that dunk was by Dubar. He has 6 now.
Dubar throwing it down.
21-16. Step back, and that's a 3. Good by Houston.
Houston with the step back and just rising up, knocking it down.
None of these Cooper players are afraid to take that shot. 24-16, biggest lead for Cooper. 5:14 to go here in the first half. The Cooper fans are getting a little fired up over there, and there's going to be a foul on McNeil. Chris a little bit too aggressive there, belly up. And that's only going to be the 3rd team foul. 2nd team foul, by the way, against Cooper. Only 2 team fouls.
Marique Smith into the game for Rocky River. Jalen Perry comes out.
Sidbury with the basketball. Gives it to Jordan Springer. Hands it to Williams. So back over to Springer. Springer left side, and Springer right side. Springer off balance, throws it up. No. Good defense by Cooper.
Yeah, Springer passed up on the 3, tried to take it inside, but everyone was right there waiting for him.
Yep.
Good defense from Cooper.
Chris McNeil for the Jaguars of Cooper. Stops from 3, back the rim, no. Pulled down by Williams. Hands it to Sidbury. Sidbury lost control of it and bailed out by the foul there. He was out of control and bailed out by the foul. We're going to get Jordan Campbell back in, Sidbury out for, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Timeout with 4:21 to go in the first half. It's Cooper 24 without Adam Kunkel. He got a nose bleed earlier in this game with 11 points, 24-16. Cooper on top. We'll be back.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
Welcome back here to the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes, William Warfield producing. Out of the corner, a three-pointer off the mark and rebounded by Spencer.
Kunkel back into the game for Cooper.
Yep, Kunkel back in there, nosebleed and all. Houston. Back he goes to Runyon. Down the lane, a shot blocked there, but pulled out by Scheidler. And here's a turnaround, front of the rim, no. And rebounded, coming down with it, Campbell. Backdoor shot put up, no. And rebounded by Runyon. Smith is guarding Kunkel. Kunkel to the basket, stops from 18, no good, and pulled off of there. So Cooper with a 24-16 lead. Springer stops from three, and that's an air ball.
Fans letting him hear it. A lot of Cooper Jaguar fans here in attendance.
That was a 20-footer that went about 18.
Exactly, yeah. Springer with a couple misses early on.
Not having one of his best halves, is he? Hit the tough shot in traffic, was the player hanging on him, and then he's kind of forced the issue since then. He's done typical sophomore things, but he's not a typical sophomore, is he?
No, he's not. And you look at him, he looks like he should be on Kentucky's roster this year, but just a slow half for Springer. I'm sure he'll catch on here as the game goes on.
The story's been Kunkel. Even with that bloody nose, he's got 11 points.
And now after being back, we'll see what he can do after that.
Runyon to the basket, strong move, blocked by Springer, but a foul called.
Looks like a charge. Sorry. Springer got way up there to swat that one. Charge was called before, but Springer showing his athleticism.
Runyon goes out with 2 fouls. He's the first Cooper player with any kind of foul trouble. Rocky River only 16 points here, 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, and yesterday, Lexington Catholic held them to just 2 points in the second quarter. After that, they kind of exploded, though, so we'll see.
Deep three by Smith, rebounded by Scheidler. Here comes Adam Kunkel. 2:42 to go in the first half. Cooper leading Rocky River, North Carolina. Kunkel, crossover to the basket and lost control of the ball. Picked up and coming out there with it. They lead it out to Dubar, and he goes in for the slam.
Dubar's second throwdown of the game.
8 points. Dubar's been the go-to guy for Rocky River.
Yeah, using his height and length as an advantage against this smaller Cooper team.
Kunkel. Houston. Allier. In the corner it goes, and Spencer's shot, and it rattles in. Michael Spencer with the three-pointer.
Everyone on Cooper knocking down the 3 ball.
They can all hit the 3, no doubt about it. 27-18 on Spencer's 3 off the bench. 1:40 to go. First half action. Smith. DeBar now gives it back to Jaden Springer. Into the lane and a scoop, and that was a little bit out of control there, but that will send to the line will be Jordan Campbell. He'll shoot 2. 27-18. Cooper sending a message here in this game, I think, so far.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team.
They're a good defensive ball club, aren't they?
They are.
Good ball handling
knocking
team.
Down the three-pointer. Obviously, and that was the big advantage for the Skills Factory in our game before this. Just way out shooting Lexington Catholic with the three-point ball, and that's what Cooper's doing right now.
Blaine Walters back in for Cooper. And he missed both of them, did Campbell. Normally a good free throw shooter. Kunkel has it, 1:20 to go. 27-18. Cooper will take the lead into the locker room. It just depends on how large it's going to be. Walters to Spencer. Spencer handles it, puts it down. Comes over now to Adam Kunkel. Kunkel under a minute to go. Swing it back to Allier. Well, they've given Chris McNeil a nice rest here in this second quarter.
They have, and that's what you can do when you can maintain a lead like this.
You have the ball handlers. Good pass down low, and a reverse up and in by Scheidler.
Kunkel showing that vision. Double team came sprinting at him, looked straight up, found the guy he wanted, and fired it to him with one hand.
29-18.
Rocky River will probably hold for the last shot.
Sidbury over to Springer, goes baseline and put the shot up, and he is going to be fouled, and that's let's see, I believe that's a 16 foul, so they've still got a foul to give before they're in the bonus. So back in is Tyler Houston. Going out will be Spencer. Looking for the lob. Give it over to Sidbury. Down to 19 seconds, 18. Sidbury, 29-18. Over to Springer. Into the paint. Hanging, won't go. There's a shot put up and in by Dubar. That's 10 for him. Be a foul called.
Kunkel will go to the free throw line. One thing I've noticed from Springer is he's trying to force the action.
Right.
Trying to do too much, get your teammates involved.
You know, DeBar has kept this team in the ball game. It's 29-20. He has half their points.
Cleaned up on the offensive glass to get him a bucket there.
Kunkel really rattled after that bloody nose, and he can't get the free throw to go, and he normally knocks him down. So Kunkel has not made a shot since he had the bloody nose. Hasn't made a field goal, hasn't made a free throw.
We'll see what the second half is like.
29-20. And there's a three-quarter court shot, no good. As we go to the locker rooms, Cooper High School, one of the top teams in Kentucky. They lead Rocky River out of North Carolina with a UK recruit, Jaden Springer. 29-20 is the lead for Cooper High School. We'll come back here to the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic on PrepSpin.com, the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started. Right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. continuing that tradition today. And we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 200.
Welcome back here to Lexington Catholic, the traditional bank holiday classic championship game Cooper Jaguars lead the Rocky River Ravens from North Carolina by a score of 29-20. I'm Jack Haynes here alongside with Gary Ball. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds until we come back for the second half, and it has been Cooper all the way so far, but for Rocky River, Darlingstone Dubar is the player for them that's kept him in the game with 10 points, a couple slam dunks. He has kept this team in the game because without him, the leading scorer is Elijah Sidbury with just 5. Jaden Springer has been a no-show in the first half, shooting 1 of 6 from the field, 0 and 2 from 3. But the story of the first half was Adam Kunkel, Mr. Basketball candidate, lighting it up in the first quarter, 11 points. But early on in the second quarter, he went out with that face injury. It appeared to be a nose, something with a nose. There was some blood, but he had to sit out for a little bit. Came back, didn't score any points, but was effective handling the ball and had a nice no-look pass after he's double-teamed. Mr. Gary Ball, what was your thoughts on that first half?
I thought Adam Kunkel dominated the game until he got that shot from Springer, the bloody nose. He lay down on the floor for quite a while, and after that he wasn't much of a factor as far as scoring, but they picked it up from other guys. Everybody on Cooper can hit threes. Everybody on their team can hit threes.
Yeah, everyone can, and also for Cooper, they had 5 from McNeil. He knocked down a 3. Walters, he had a 1 shot. It was a 3-pointer, knocked it down. Schindler, he had 4. Spencer knocked down a 3. Houston knocked down a 3. They can all shoot it. And they showed you there when Kunkel went out. They can play without him. They're a team that really knows how to play basketball together.
Yeah, it's 29-20 here at halftime. We're just about 40 seconds away from the start of the second half. And Gary Ball with Jack Haynes and William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin.com. PrepSpin, if it's a big basketball game this year, PrepSpin will be there. You can count your bottom dollar on that. The White Greer Maggard game of the week here on PrepSpin. Tonight it's the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Cooper leads. What do you think is going to happen here in the second? I think Springer, I don't think they'll keep him quiet. I think he won't go down without a fight. But I tell you what, I like this Cooper ball club.
Yeah, they look really impressive. Another note from the first half of Rocky River was Jordan Campbell was also a no-show, going 1 for 5 from the field. Yeah. They need those guys to step up. They're big-time playmakers. Sidbury as well. They kind of shot themselves in the foot with those technical fouls, giving free points to Cooper.
Yeah.
It could be a lot closer ball game without those technicals.
And you know, had Dubar not had 10 points in the first half, where would this Rocky River team be?
Yeah, Cooper struggled to keep him off the glass and from getting to the rim.
So for Cooper in the second half, it'll be Adam Kunkel, it'll be Tyler Ollier, Braden Runyon, Chris McNeil, Blaine Walters. Same 5 that started. And it'll be Jaden Springer, Dubar, Marcus Evans, Elijah Sidbury, and Jordan Campbell. This is Sidbury with it. Sidbury's going to bounce. He's going to give it on the bounce to Springer. Springer's going to hand it back. They're going to do the old weave out front. Sidbury's going to angle right, give it over to the left side. They try to throw it, and it's stolen away there by Cooper. Blaine Walters came out of there with the steal. Here's Chris McNeil. Comes over to Kunkel, but has it knocked away by Marcus Evans.
Miscommunication down here on Rocky River's end. Campbell thought his guy was going to stay in the corner, but he cut on him. Miscommunication leads to the turnover.
Adam Kunkel for Cooper with the ball. Gives it up over to Winters, over to Runyon. Walters, excuse me. Back over to Walters here, lets a 3 go, boom!
Walter is knocking it down from downtown. His second three-pointer of the evening.
Yep, that's 6 points for Blaine Walters. 32-20, 12-point lead for Cooper. Here's a three-pointer out of the corner, and that won't go, but rebounded by, good move there by Springer, but he couldn't finish.
Springer active down low, trying to get some shots to go through the basket here on free throws to get his rhythm going.
Jaden Springer, the free throw. He's got now 4 points. He had a bucket, he had a 3-point play in the first half, 1 of 6 shooting, and that's his first point here in the second quarter, 32-21. He can cut it to 10, and he does.
Let's see here if Springer can use his teammates instead of trying to do the one-on-one stuff he was doing in the first half.
Kunkel, who got that bloody nose in the first half, he over to Runyon, over to Walters, spinning. Walters hook shot up and in. Boy, Blaine Walters, that is 7 for him. He has 5 here in the quarter. It's 34-22. Cooper on top.
He gypped him of 1. He's got 8, and that was a beautiful left-handed spin move.
Right side, that shot won't go. That didn't even hit rim. Here comes Kunkel. Gives it over, and a 3-pointer won't go for Runyon, and chased down there by Elijah Sidbury.
Like you said during halftime, Rocky River just looks a little tired.
Sidbury
just kind of
shot.
forcing shots.
Yep. Jaden Springer. Double team. Campbell to the basket, a hop, skip, and a jump. That won't go. Tapped around and comes out of there with it is Cooper into the hands of Ollier. Gives it to Runyon.
Really got to give credit to Cooper for Jaden Springer's struggles. They've D'd him up really nicely in this game so far.
Walters hands it to Chris McNeil. McNeil down low to Cutter, and a shot blocked and a foul called, and that's going to go on Dubar, and that's going to send Ollier to the line.
I thought that was a clean block, but he might have got him on the head coming down with the arm. Not sure.
Ollier will shoot 2 for Cooper High School. The Jaguars out of the 9th region. All these Cooper players are disciplined. Fundamentally, they're sound. They can handle the ball. They can rebound. They can dribble. And they can all shoot the 3. That's a mean combination.
Yeah, and a lot of the credit there of what you just said goes to head coach Tim Sullivan. He does a really good job of leading these guys and keeping them disciplined.
The lead is 14 for Cooper, 36-22 with 5:28 in the third quarter here at the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Sidbury over to Williams, and it's going to be a foul called. They're going to call it on Blaine Walters. First foul on him. 5:16 to go in the third. Williams stolen away there by Cooper.
Lousy pass there from Williams.
Runyon made him pay. Here's Kunkel across the line. Kunkel gives it up over to Walters. Walters back out to Kunkel. To Walters. Walters thought about it, spinning. Ball knocked away on the floor. Give it back now to Ollier.
McNeil was wide open in the corner, but just too much going on. They couldn't get it to him.
To the basket, and
what a block.
There. What a block by Rocky River, and that shot by McNeil.
Springer flying through the air, blocks that one, and keeps it with Rocky River possession for the Ravens.
36-22. Rocky River trying to battle back here. 4:26 in the third quarter, down by 14. DeBar, that won't go, and a whistle, and well, that was a late whistle.
Very late. It did look like there was contact, but that came about 2 seconds after the play.
I mean, come on, call it when it happens.
Yeah.
So DeBar will be at the line. DeBar will shoot 2. 10 points in the first half and still has 10 points. Has not scored here in the third quarter. 36-22.
Coach Mosley should design some plays here in this third quarter to get it down to Dubar so he can try and do something around the rim. I mean, that's where they had their success in the first half.
That's exactly right, Jack, and he can finish around the basket.
And he's got a height and length advantage over a lot of the players for Cooper.
Kunkel to Runyon in the middle. Runyon back over to Kunkel. Kunkel back to Runyon, fakes. Now goes to Adam Kunkel. Chris McNeil looks for cutters. Now gives it back over to Blaine Walters. He goes right side, hangs, throws it up. No, backside, and tipped up and in on the backside by Scheindler.
Nice putback from Scheindler, cleaning up the offensive glass for his teammate.
38-23, the lead is 15, and Rocky River, North Carolina wants to talk about it. 3:43 to play in the third quarter. 15-point lead for Cooper over Rocky River. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all starts.
Welcome back here. Cooper leading Rocky River. Cooper trying to win the Traditional Bank Classic back-to-back. First time in 20 years that's been done, right, Jack?
Yes, Josh Moore tweeted that out yesterday. Trying to be the first team in about 20 years to go back-to-back here at the Traditional Bank Holiday Classic.
Rebounded by Kunkel on the errant shot there by Williams. 38-23. Chris McNeil has it there for Cooper in the corner. Here's a three-pointer, and that's off the mark. It won't go there for Scheindler. Give to Sidbury.
Sidbury had a couple quick buckets early on for Rocky River. Hasn't shot the ball much lately.
Shot there by Springer won't go, and Springer a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to force it too much. Needs to have his teammates set him some screens, pass the ball around, try and find some open shots instead of forcing the action.
Kunkel in backcourt. Gets it to Runyon. Over they go to Houston, and there's going to be a push-off. 2:43 to go in the third, and it's 38-23. Rollins had this lead, well, really since about the late in the first quarter, second quarter, and they've held on to it.
Yeah, I believe Rocky River jumped out to a 7-0 start, maybe 5-0 start, and then all of a sudden Adam Kunkel just started knocking down shots. Went unconscious in the first quarter. And Cooper's had the lead since.
And
oh, wow.
He threw that one up and thought he was fouled. No call, but that one in. Jaden Springer now has 7. 38-25. He wondered where the call was. Chris
Unreal
McNeil.
Shot.
Yeah, it was acrobatic. To a cutting Scheindler, and he loses it out of bounds.
Two minutes. Let's see if Rocky River can cut this lead down.
Springer, Williams to the basket, and he put it up and in. He will get the soup and the sandwich.
Aggressive take from Williams, going to the basket strong.
Finished and cut it down to 11. He can cut it down to 10 if he makes this free throw. Rocky River just trying to whittle away at that lead, you know. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. 38-27. Free throw rattles in there. 38-28. Kunkel gives to McNeil. Well, these are two really good ball handlers you got here for Cooper. What was that called?
Looks like a warning of some kind was called on the Rocky River bench.
Bench warning he called.
Coach not happy.
38-28. Coming into the game, Spencer.
And Rocky River was running a 3-2 zone matchup switch in the first half. They've switched to what looks like a box and one now on Kunkel, and Sidbury's all over him. Kunkel has that ability just to get in the defender's head. I saw that yesterday when they took on the Skills Factory. Drawed a couple technical fouls against the opposing defenders. That's what he does to you.
Chris McNeil across the line. Good ball handler.
And then also, that's also a credit to Rocky River to why he hasn't scored since he came out.
Houston lost control of it. They want to, obviously Cooper wants to get the ball in the hands of Kunkel or Chris McNeil because those two guys can fly and handle the basketball. But that ball went to Houston. He lost it out of bounds.
And right now, Rocky River's doing a really good job of applying defensive pressure. Now they got to convert on the offensive end. Ball in Springer's hands.
Springer. And he is going to be fouled by Spencer. You can see that Springer's trying to take control of the game, but just can't grasp it. Just can't control it.
Cooper's done a good job of defending him this evening, not letting him get easy shots around the rim and contesting his jump shots.
Lewis is in the ball game along with Williams for Rocky River. That's Sidbury. They've got DeBar in there along with Springer. Sidbury looking for DeBar. Swing it around. Jaden Springer's got it. Backs it out on Runyon. Double team, good pass to DeBar, and he turns around, lays it up and in.
Nice finish with the pressure right in his face. DeBar cutting it to single digits.
13 for DeBar, and it's 38-30. Cooper on top. 32 seconds in the third. Runyon.
Pay attention to Sidbury. He's really bothering Kunkel.
And Ollier. Kunkel has not scored here in the second half. Had 11 first half points. And a bloody nose. Kunkel. Backs it out. Gives it over to Ollier. Back to Adam Kunkel. 6 seconds. McNeil's got it. Chris in the corner. Here's a three-pointer, won't go, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cooper will take a 38-30 lead over Rocky River into the fourth quarter here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We're back for the fourth quarter of action here at the Traditional Bank Classic Championship game. Cooper leading Rocky River 38-30, Jack.
Yeah, I think Rocky River's defensive pressure in that third quarter is really going to make this a close ball game coming down the stretch.
Kunkel gives over to Runyon. Runyon for the maroon-clad Cooper. Backdoor, trying to go to Kunkel. Kicks it out to Walters. Over to Chris McNeil. McNeil, right side, throws it up, won't go, rebounded. coming out there with it is Jaden Springer, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, Dubar really affected that shot from McNeil, got his hands up there. Dubar's length is unbelievable. And McNeil, kind of a frustration foul, and also just not being smart there, fouling Springer, who's just a lot faster than a lot of guys out on the court.
Sidbury trying to give it to Springer with just 7:30 to go. 38-30. Rocky River, North Carolina. Springer in trouble, and he's going to be fouled by Walters.
Bailout foul there because Springer threw it away down here in the corner.
And the fouls, sort of like the first half when Rocky River was committing all the fouls. Now Cooper's committing all the fouls. They got 17 fouls.
Yeah, it's kind of switched around. Just what you're saying there, Cooper.
Springer missed the free throw. 38-37, 15. Let's see if Kunkel can get on track. He hasn't scored since he took that blow from Springer in the bloody nose in the second quarter.
Yeah, got to give a lot of credit to Sidbury. He shut him down.
Kunkel, and he slid a little bit, and he's fouled by Sidbury.
Sidbury can't believe it. Hands on his face. Now he's just laughing at the ref. Can't believe that call. It almost looks like Kunkel traveled. But from right here, can't really tell what happened. Cooper ball.
Over to Runyon. Out top to Kunkel. Kunkel stops, throws it up, and he's just not the same, is he?
He's struggling. They're really getting up, and I think Rocky River underestimated him a little bit, or just didn't know much about him.
Yeah, they know about him now.
Yes, they do, and they're really putting a lot of defensive pressure. Sidbury.
Three-pointer good. Sidbury
way downtown.
That's 8 for him, and the lead is 5, 38-33. 6 minutes, 34 seconds of action. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes, William Moorfield. And the ball goes through the hands of Chris McNeil out of bounds.
Rocky River's getting in their heads now, Gary. Timeout.
Cooper knows it. Tim Sullivan wants a timeout. 5 with 6:26 to go. 38-33 Cooper. We'll be back on the Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter. Locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
Welcome back here to the Traditional Bank Classic Championship game, and Springer's got the ball. He's going to give it to Williams. Back to Sidbury. Sidbury just made that big three at the top of the key. Springer, double teamed, triple teamed. Dribbles, throws it up, and it won't go. And Springer rebounded by Cooper. Here comes McNeil.
Maybe trying to draw a foul there, but really not sure what Springer was trying to do while he's triple team. Had to have someone open.
Chris McNeil, he's fouled, 5:48 to go. But that's only the 14th foul against Rocky River, North Carolina. Cooper leads them 38-33. Cooper on top by 5. We're going to have a substitution. Smith's going to check in, and going out will be Springer. Going to give him a breather.
Cooper's only scored 8 points in the second half.
Shot wouldn't go there, and battle around. Kunkel's got it. Kunkel on the left baseline, puts it in. He's fouled. The basket will count.
Mr. Kunkel, first bucket since the first half. We'll head to the line for an extra one.
That was a big one. That puts Cooper back up by 7. Adam Kunkel used glass that time. I like it when these players go old school on us and use that glass.
And the bank's been open
all week.
Traditional bank.
Yeah. They should know that.
I think it's on the sign when you walk in.
Khalil Brantley is in there. So Brantley in there for Sidbury. 5:35 to go, 41-33. Cooper by 8. And here's almost a steal by Runyon, but he fell down. Boy, Runyon gives you that grit, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Coach Sullivan really happy with that hustle from Runyon.
Oh, Runyon's brings that lunch pail to work every day, doesn't he?
He's been all over tonight, making plays on both ends.
Smith, and that three-pointer won't go, rebounded by Kunkel. 5:15 to play. We got to be thinking about our star of the game. Allier. Back it comes to McNeil. McNeil to Runyon. Runyon, strong move to the basket. Fakes, gets it back, and puts it up and in. He will get the soup and the sandwich.
Second effort from Runyon, stays with it, pump fakes, draws the foul. He's heading the line for an extra one. Kunkel and Runyon getting back-to-back and one opportunities, trying to grow their lead.
He completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way, the John Houseman. He earned it, 44-33. Cooper back to 11-point lead.
Coach Mosley quickly putting Springer back into the ball game.
He needs him in there for these last 4:56.
Let's see if he can make some plays down the stretch, keeping Rocky River in arm's reach.
Brantley. Back to Campbell. Back to Brantley. Over it comes to Springer. Three-pointer, and boom, it's knocked down out front by Campbell.
Campbell from Clay's Mill knocking that one down.
44-36. Three-pointer there. Kunkel into the lane, little jumper, rolls out, and Walters taps it. Kick it out to McNeil. He's going to give it out to Runyon. So McNeil, good job kicking that ball back out. Over Walters, a three, off the mark, rebounded by Springer.
Grown man rebound from Springer, pulling it in with one arm.
That was a grown man rebound, you're right. And that's going to be a push there, a little bump called on Allier. So bonus situation. Anything you foul here, you're going to put this Rocky River team on the line.
Yeah, big free throws coming up down the stretch for Rocky River. 4 minutes to go.
Missed the free throw, though.
Got to convert those if you want to get back in this ball game.
Yep, Marcus Evans couldn't get it to go. And Chris McNeil's going to be fouled. .352 to go. To come down to Chris McNeil coming back in. Williams comes in for Brantley. At the line will be Chris McNeil. That's a young man you mentioned, 94%. He did have a miss in the first half, so he might have dropped a little bit, but let's see if McNeil misses 2 free throws.
We keep jinxing him, Gary.
And there's a battle, as battling for it down there was Allier. That's out of bounds off of Rocky River.
Cooper's grit really showing off here late, fourth quarter. Allier earns Cooper another possession.
Pass goes to Kunkel way out front. Springer on him. Kunkel kicks it over to Runyon from McNeil. Runyon. Back to Allier, down to 3.5 to play. 45-36. Chris McNeil for Cooper. They're trying to win this thing back to back. First time that's been done in 20 years, if they do it. 3:16. trying to pass it down low, and it was tipped away by a Rocky River player.
Cooper just trying to run as much clock as they can. Did a good job there before it was deflected.
Allier lobs it to Kunkel. Kunkel working one-on-one. Into the paint, goes to Walters. You got to watch Walters. He'll shoot that three. Chris McNeil into the paint. McNeil back to Runyon. Back over to McNeil, and he'll let the three rip. Won't go. Tapped around and batted out, and coming with it is Springer. He gives it over to Campbell. That three won't go, and it's chased down. And let's see, they called it off the knee of Cooper's. Chris McNeil, they're going to give it back to Rocky River with 2:37 to play.
Williams might have had a lay-in there off the shot of Campbell, but it just grazed the rim to throw him off a little bit.
Campbell gives it back to Williams. Williams, little jumper off the mark, and we're going to have a whistle, and that's good hustle there by DeBar. And DeBar is going to be fouled, I believe. Yep, they called a foul. That's going to be on Walters.
Once again, big free throws for the Ravens.
Walters will go out. He has 4 fouls. And coming in will be Michael Spencer, the big 6'4" junior. DeBar knocks down a free throw. That is 14 points unofficially for DeBar. He equals Kunkel's 14.
Would have liked to seen the Ravens get him the ball more in the second half, because he was a lot of their offense, if not all of it, in the first half that kept them in the game.
Well, this leads down to 7, 45-38.
Yeah, and that's all due to the defensive pressure in the second half from Rocky River. They've done a really good job.
McNeil, pass in the corner to Spencer. Back to Tyler Allier. Back to Spencer. Man-to-man by Rocky River. Runyon's a good ball handler. You know, Runyon, and they called a
moving screen on Kunkel. He moved his knee out. Good call by the officials.
Critical call, because that gives Rocky River the ball out of North Carolina. They're down by 7, 2:03 to play.
Kunkel's frustrated. He can't get open. Rocky River's all over him. That looked like a frustration foul to me. Threw his knee out on Springer.
Pass comes over to Springer, and had that gone, it would have been huge. Stick back up and in by DeBar. 17 for DeBar, 45-40. This game is far from over, Jack Gaines. You got a 5-point game with 1:40 to go, and Rocky River's not going away.
DeBar telling Springer, I got your back. Cleaning up on the glass, 5-point game here at Lexington Catholic. Championship game coming down to the wire, and DeBar is keeping the Ravens in this game.
He sure is. He has 17 points. And you look at Adam Kunkel with 14, but only 3 points here in the second half. Kunkel had 11 in the first quarter and maybe a minute. Then he got the shot to the nose, a bloody nose. He was down, and he just hasn't been the same since, has he?
Yeah, and Rocky Rivers just played great defense on him.
Yeah.
They will not let – they'll follow him to the bathroom. They'll follow him to the concession stand. They're not leaving him. They're going to make sure he doesn't get the ball.
So you knew it would come down to this, 45-40. Cooper on top of Rocky River. They got one of the nation's top recruits, Jaden Springer, having a bit of an off night tonight. Pass to Kunkel. Adam Kunkel, 2-on-1. Left hand won't go, and Kunkel was fouled and bailed out by the call.
Springer didn't like it, but that was an unbelievable take from Kunkel to the rim. Went up very aggressive. Springer didn't like the call, but Kunkel will head to the line for 2. Looks like he's a little shaken up. Might have taken a shot to that nose again.
Yep. Adam Kunkel
walks it off.
This Cooper team is a throwback team, aren't they?
They sure are.
Yeah, throwback team. Good by Kunkel. He now has 15 points. Michael Spencer back in for Cooper, and going out will be Blaine Walters. 46-40. Kunkel can make it a 7-point game with this free throw, and he does. 47-40. Timeout on the floor. Minute 36 to go. Cooper 47. Rocky River, North Carolina 40 here at the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Alt 32 Architecture Crown Trophy, Mingy Beef Jerky, Bud's Gun Shop, the long distance 3, Bud's Gun Shop on the White Greer Maggard High School Game of the Week. We'll be back after this timeout.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
Welcome back to the championship game of the Traditional Bank Classic. Adam Kunkel has 16 unofficially on my score sheet, and DeBar leads Rocky River with 17. Those are your game's high scores.
DeBar has been the reason the Ravens are still in this one.
47,
not letting it get too close.
47-40, minute 34 to go. Jaden Springer out top. Stick back, and it goes, and it counts for Marcus Evans.
Evans with a nice and one. Kunkel got in there to swat away the first layup attempt, but Evans stuck with it, trying to convert a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
47-42. This free throw would cut it down to 4, a 2-possession game, and he makes it. Evans completes a three-point play. 47-43. Cooper on top. They have the lead. They have the ball.
Williams face guarding Kunkel.
Chris McNeil working across on Campbell. McNeil across the line. Needs some help. Trying to call a timeout, and we're going to get a quick timeout with 1:07 to go. 47-43. Got a timeout for Cooper.
Coach Sullivan wasn't happy to burn that one.
Earlier tonight in the consolation game, we broadcast that game as well. Skills Factory, man, they were showing a lot of skills, weren't they?
Yes,
Beat
they
Lexington
were.
Catholic pretty handily in that game.
Struggled big time against Cooper yesterday, but today they showed up against Lexington Catholic.
47-43 here in the championship game. Gary Ball with Jack Haynes and William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin. What has Cooper done to get this 47-43 lead, Jack?
They've played aggressive all night. They played good defense. They made a lot of shots there in the first half, but Rocky River's defense has been a lot better here in the second half, and that slowed Cooper down. Let's see what happens. Final minute to go. 4-point game.
Chris McNeil working on Jordan Campbell. McNeil over goes to Runyon. Runyon a good ball handler too. Runyon in, and he's going to be fouled as Runyon takes to the basket. 58 seconds, and this will be some free throws coming here for Braden Runyon.
Runyon is 66.7% free throw shooter on the year for Cooper.
I like it when you throw out those numbers at me.
Done his homework.
Yeah. 66 point what percent?
0.7%.
Thank you very much. 47-43. Runyon shoots the free throw, and it's good. Runyon is a good ball handler, but most importantly, he's a good defender.
And one of the leaders.
Yes.
That's really important.
Everybody has a role on this Cooper team, don't they?
They do.
They have their role, and they play it very well.
even the guys that you haven't seen play, they definitely have a role.
Runyon
And
missed that.
that's what the good teams have.
And they throw it away. Try to throw it. DeBar trying to get it to Springer, and he threw the ball away.
Looks like Springer slipped.
Yeah, but he knew it was coming.
Springer kind of tripped on himself, fell down.
Stay tuned after the game for our star of the game. Kunkel is going to be bumped in backcourt. Who do we like as our star of the game, guys? Got Kunkel, I guess.
If Cooper can pull it out, you got to say Kunkel.
DeBar if Rocky River, North Carolina pulls it out.
For sure. He's been their undoubted leader in this one, keeping them in the game, keeping it this close.
Kunkel looking for 17th. It's good. 17 points for Adam Kunkel. That's under his average, though.
It is, averaging 22.8 on the season.
Kunkel's second free throw would give him 18 points. And he knocks it down. 18, 50-43. Cooper by 7. 52 seconds in the corner to Springer. Spin move. Springer off glass, good.
Quick timeout called by Coach Mosley. Beautiful take by Springer. Bringing them within 5, 47 seconds. Full timeout from the Ravens.
Full timeout. We'll take this timeout here on PrepSpin, White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Welcome back to Lexington Catholic High School, the site of the Traditional Bank Classic, the championship game. It's not Lexington Catholic. It is Cooper High School out of Northern Kentucky, the 9th region. They lead Rocky River, North Carolina, 50-45, 47 seconds, Jack, to go in regulation.
Let's see what Rocky River can do on the defensive end of the ball, if they can keep that same pressure they have in the second half.
Runyon having trouble getting it in, finally does. Gets it up to Adam Kunkel from Allier. Long pass, and that's going to be a reach-in called as Springer, that's his third.
Thought that was a great defensive play from Springer. Questionable call will send McNeil, the excellent free throw shooter, to the line.
Yeah, you foul a 94% free throw shooter, McNeil, one of the top free throw shooters in the state. Free throw is good, but he's missed 2 in this game. He's got 7 points on my sheet. Chris McNeil had an older brother on the team last year for Cooper.
Big free throw here.
Made them both.
Trying to get it to Springer, I would imagine.
Here's a three-pointer, and that's off the iron, and good box out there. Nicely done by Spencer. Or did they call a foul on Cooper?
Looks like it on the box out on Springer.
They did. So this will send.
Campbell's really struggled today. We've talked about Springer's struggles, but he's kind of picked it up here in the fourth quarter. But Campbell struggled for the Ravens this evening.
So you can't bring Walters in until the first free throw.
Double bonus now.
Missed it. Now he'll check into the game. Spencer goes out.
Rocky River has missed key free throws in the fourth quarter. That could have brought him in closer.
Springer rolls out, and we're going to have. He missed the free throw, but we're going to have a foul.
Back.
Yep. Foul one on Evans. This will send, okay, the percentage on Mr. Blaine Walters, free throw percentage.
Blaine Walters, a 76.5% free throw shooter on the year for Cooper. He'll head to the line. Double bonus, he'll get 2.
76.5, you say?
Left-handed.
And it's no good. You know, what I like about Blaine Walters' game, though, is he can really knock down the 3.
And he can take it inside and hang with the big guys, too.
33 seconds left in this game. Cooper trying to win this tournament back-to-back. They have a 53-45 lead.
Jaden Springer missing both those free throws. Huge for Rocky River, trying to come back. Might not be enough now.
DeBar has it. Back to Evans, and he hangs, won't go. And Springer's going to be fouled as he tried to stick it back. 23 seconds. Springer's free throw good. I show Springer with 10 points now, but he's earned every bit of it.
Yes, he has. And you could say he had an off night, but Cooper really played great defense.
Yes, they did.
Wouldn't let him get easy shots, and
they disrupted his game all night.
They did. Big time credit to the Cooper Jaguars.
Chris McNeil back to Runyon with 19.9, so at the line will be Braden Runyon. You know, the best guy to pass the ball to after you've received the ball? The guy that just passed you the ball.
Exactly.
Boy, Cooper has good fundamentals, don't they?
They do. Coach Sullivan, great job with this ball club.
53-47. Cooper is going to win the championship, it looks like anyway, especially if they hit these free throws. Runyon hits that one. Going out will be Walters, back in will be Spencer. 54-47. 7-point lead for Cooper. And Runyon's up there again for the second. He can make this an 8-point lead. 19.9 seconds. And he does. 6 for Runyon. Here's a three-pointer, no good. Runyon battling for it and comes down with it to Kunkel. And Kunkel's going to be fouled with 10 seconds, and it looks like Cooper is going to take the championship back to Northern Kentucky, back-to-back.
Kunkel just add to his stat line here, and people don't realize how big of an effect free throws have on a basketball game sometimes. Cooper's made a lot of theirs here down the stretch, and Rocky River's missed some that could make this game a lot closer right now. Coach Sullivan will put in some subs here.
He will indeed. Coming in for Cooper will be Josh Baker, Kevin Centers, Gavin Pearson, and Trip Pittman. There you go. Still Adam Kunkel in there. He'll go out as soon as this free throw is completed, and he makes them both. So Kunkel will go out. And coming in for him will be Caleb Hampton. 57-47.
Jaguars crowd really gives them a big hand for their outstanding performance and a great win for their resume this year.
Jordan Campbell passes to the bar. Here's a long three, and that's going to be no good. And rebounded by Cooper's Pearson. And that's it. Cooper, 57-47. They win by 10. Double-digit win over Rocky River, North Carolina, with 2 Division I players, one of them being recruited by Kentucky, Jaden Springer. And this was all Cooper, no doubt about it.
Cooper's going to get to go back home with 2 massive wins on their resume now from out of state in the Skills Factory and now Rocky River.
Cooper, the maroon-clad Jaguars from Northern Kentucky, they win at 57-47. We'll come back and we'll try to get the star of the game, who we think it's going to be Adam Kunkel. It's going to be our star of the game, and maybe get the winning coach on our post-game show. Cooper wins it 57-47 over Rocky River, North Carolina. We'll be back.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge the runner-up, the champions, and the MVP.
You want to go down and try to give them time to get they'll probably they'll get all their awards and everything, but eventually in a few minutes go down and get coaches.
And Mr. Buddy Schneider, Vice President of the Traditional Bank. And now, congratulations to the runner-up team in this year's Traditional Bank Holiday Classic. What an effort by Rocky River. Congratulations for a great tournament. You guys will make a job. And now, congratulations to this year's tournament champion, the Jaguars from Cooper High School. And now, the last presentation we have to make is for the most valuable player of the tournament, and that would be off of the Cooper team, and it would be number 5, Mr. Kunkel. Congratulations, Adam. Congratulations to the Cooper team for a great tournament. Thank you again for your attendance. Have a safe trip home. We hope everyone has a happy and blessed new year.
Is it coming up? Hey, William.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank Text Banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's.
Welcome back. We're with Adam Kunkel, our star of the game. And Adam took a shot there in the second quarter, but you came back strong, and your ball club responded. They brought it to you. I mean, they were an aggressive team, but you guys had a good plan there tonight.
Yes, sir. I mean, we knew it was coming. We knew they were going to bring pressure. We knew that was their game plan. I mean, Coach Sullivan and our staff gets us ready every day for the next game. It's a process. I mean, we were ready for it. Our guys stepped up and we responded.
One thing I've noticed about your Cooper Ball Club is all you guys can handle the ball, you shoot free throws well, you rebound. All the fundamental things of basketball you guys do well.
Yes, sir. I mean, every day, I know some people may think it's silly, but every day in practice we spend about 10 minutes on ball handling and then about 15 minutes on just passing, just regular passing to get our fundamentals down. I mean, because we all 1 through 5, we want our guys to be able to handle the ball down the court, verse pressure, and hit free throws. So, I mean, it's a big part of the game.
And you guys, your starting 5 is solid, but you've got those 3 or 4 guys that come off the bench that really contribute for your ball club.
Oh, yeah, we're very deep this year. I mean, if one guy goes down, then the next guy knows they got to step up, just get thrown in the fire, and everyone's handled it well so far.
You really put the D on Jordan Springer. I mean, he had 9 or 10 points, but really you guys really put D on him and D'd up on him tonight.
Yes, sir. I mean, Sully and us, we pride ourselves on the defensive end because, I mean, defense gets us going on the offensive end. So, I mean, pride ourselves there, get stops, getting gaps. It's all 5 guarding as one, just sense of urgency.
Well, you know, Cooper, Covington Catholic in that 9th region, Newport Catholic, maybe. But, you know, any other teams up there that you want to say that will be a factor this year besides you guys?
I can say obviously us and Cath, and then I think Newport's on the rise.
Yeah,
Newport
High School.
Sir.
Yeah, you're right. So, but listen, we want to give you our star of the game. We do this every game. PrepSpin star of the game to Adam Kunkel, star of the game tonight. Congratulations, Adam. We'll get a picture here from William. There's Adam Kunkel, our star of the game. We're going to talk to Tim Sullivan too. Adam, what's it feel like to be a back-to-back champion here at the Traditional Bank Classic? Back-to-back hasn't been done in 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. I mean, obviously, we knew last night after we got that win that we had a chance to become the first team to do it in 20 years, and I mean, we were going for it. We knew it was coming, and we knew what we had to get, and we went for it.
Coach talk about that much?
Yeah, not much. Not much. Just another day in the process.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you very much,
Adam
Coach.
Kunkel, you're a fine player, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
That's
Appreciate
our
it.
Star of the game, Adam Kunkel. Let's get Coach Tim Sullivan over here, the head man for the Cooper Ball Club. And Coach, I tell you what, just like last year, I was very impressed in your ball club this year.
I appreciate that. You know, we just preach every day, doing things the right way, and playing for one another.
Right.
And you know, the culture in our program, our guys, our older guys, they really have embodied and understand, you know, from the older guys that have graduated, what the expectation is. And every year we're trying to get a little bit better. Every day we're trying to get a little bit better.
It is a process, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And the thing about your team is you guys, you pass the ball so well because you know where the other guy's going to be at all times.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we just have great kids and they love one another. You know, at that age, there's so much now with social media, and guys are all worried about scoring and playing time. It's amazing when you get a group of young men that care so much for one another. You can see it on the floor when they do see and understand where guys are supposed to be. But there again, it goes back to every day that process and understanding the process and trying to get better in it, trying to get to that point to try to play in a state tournament.
You've really played a tough schedule. You played in the King of the Bluegrass. You played some tough teams in that. You came here to the Traditional Bank Classic, played some tough teams here. So it's really getting you ready for that 9th region play.
Absolutely. And what we've learned last year, and as a coach, I'm trying to learn every day still. And you know, you can never learn too much. But last year we learned that playing that schedule, it did really get us ready for that postseason run. And you know, if you're blessed enough to go and play in a postseason, these types of situations where you're playing 4 days in a row, it gets you ready for that. And you're being in a hotel and you're eating out all the time. So it's a great experience for our guys.
You know, a lot of people thought, well, they lost the other McNeil kid that played for you last year. You lost him. They thought, okay, what are they going to do to regroup that points and the production he gave you? You haven't missed a beat.
I tell you, trying to replace Sean McNeil and Dante Hendricks you just don't do it. You know, those two guys, and then even the leadership, Daniel Wasser. We lost 3 seniors. Those 3 guys, their leadership and what they did for our program, you can't replace it. But what we're seeing guys, and we're still learning each other in this situation of who's going to be that guy, and we're starting to see a little bit of that, and we're noticing that younger McNeil's pretty daggone good too. So
he is good.
He's really coming along, and he's doing a lot of things for us. And then Braden Runyon's just a warrior, man. He's kind of starting to feel that Dante Hendricks, winning attitude, just making plays, diving on the floor, getting big rebounds for us.
Coach, your ball club, you head to the 9th region now with this record, impressive record, with the championship of the Republic Bank Classic, back-to-back. That hasn't been done in 20 years.
It's very special, and again, it's just another day in the process. But what we try to do and what we try to focus in on is that we try to make it one day at a time, and let's try to be 1-0 every day. Let's win that day and get a little bit better every single day. And the fact that it hasn't been done back to back down here in that long, it really it shows you how, first of all, how competitive and how high level this tournament is, because every year you've got teams that are high level in this tournament, just like the King of the Bluegrass, and to be able to come down here and do it for 4 days and have the toughness and have the will to come down here and try to do that back-to-back years, that it says a lot about our kids and a lot about our culture of our program.
Well, we wish the best to Cooper the rest of the year. Who you got? What's your next ball game?
We're going to take a couple of days off. We actually have we're on the road over at Highlands, a little scrappy Highlands team. We play them Tuesday, and then Friday night we've got a home game, a big district game, 33rd district game against Boone County, who is, they're pretty daggone good, and they've got some kids that can really score it. So got a couple of games coming up, and then we just get that thing rolling up there in the 9th region.
Coach Sullivan, thank you for joining us. Congratulations for the victory here in the Traditional Bank Classic.
Thank you so much.
That's Tim Sullivan here, the winning coach of Cooper High School. They win the Traditional Bank Classic. We'll come back and wrap it up here on PrepSpin.
Kentucky Education Initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional product. And that wraps it up here from Lexington Catholic, where the first game was won in really convincing fashion as Skills Factory defeated Lexington Catholic quite handily. Here it was Cooper 57-47 over this very good Rocky River, North Carolina team. Thanks for watching here on PrepSpin.com. And until next time, for William Warfield, the King of Stream, for Jack Haynes on color, this is Gary Ball. So long from the Traditional Bank Classic.